The movie begins with an introduction to an industrialist named Victoria. In her industry, high-tech equipment was created, and she was present there, engaged in her work. Victoria had been searching for something for a long time. One of her scientists told her that they would not find that thing here. Suddenly, in front of them, a large object broke apart, revealing a device shaped like a beetle called the Beetle Scarab, which was actually alien technology. The name Beetle referred to its insect-like form. Next, we see a young man named Jaime at the airport. He was returning home after completing his law studies. At the airport, his entire family was waiting for him. Jaime met them all warmly. His uncle, who was a scientist, was sitting in the car, waiting for everyone. After reuniting at the airport, the whole family headed to a nearby hotel. At the hotel, Jaime's sister revealed to him that their situation was very bad, and even their house was at risk of being sold. Their father had suffered heavy losses in his business. Hearing this, Jaime became very worried and said that they should have told him earlier. If he had known, he would have returned sooner. His mother gently said, "My son, we wanted someone educated in our family, which is why we sent you away to study law. Now that you're back, everything will be fine." Her words reassured Jaime. When they returned home, Jaime told them that he would soon find a good job and earn enough money to move the family to a better place. The next day, we see Jaime standing in front of a grand house with his sister. She says to him, "Come on, Jaime, let's clean up." They were both working there. It was their only job at the moment. During their work, Victoria arrived with her guard. This was her house. As Victoria moved forward, her niece Jenna appeared. Jenna was very angry and showed Victoria a video in which Victoria's high-tech device was demonstrated. The device, when put on a person, turned them into a powerful soldier, so strong that a single soldier could fight an entire army and act like a deadly weapon. Jenna told Victoria that she was angry about this project because it had progressed significantly, even though it had been stopped years ago by her father's decision. Jenna said her father didn't want to create a destructive being capable of destroying the world, so he had shut down the project. She demanded to know why Victoria was reviving it. Victoria, equally angry, retorted that she had been running the company since Jenna's father's time, and that Jenna only had a share in it. It was Victoria's job to decide how to run the company. She said she didn't want Jenna or her mother interfering in her work. Meanwhile, Jaime, who was working nearby, heard their argument and intervened, trying to calm the situation. Victoria didn't like this at all and immediately fired both Jaime and his sister on the spot. When the siblings came out of the house and started waiting for a car to take them home, Jenna approached them and apologized, saying, "I'm sorry. You lost your job because of me. Come to the office tomorrow, and I'll arrange a small job for you." Saying this, she left. That night, Jaime spoke to his father and shared his worries about the family's financial troubles. His father told him not to worry, saying, "This happens, son. The most important thing is to have your loved ones with you. You've come back, and that's what makes us happy." These words comforted Jaime, and he felt a little better. The next day, Jaime dressed up nicely and went to Victoria's industry, hoping to meet Jenna as promised. When he inquired about her, he was told to wait. Meanwhile, a scientist was heading out for some work. Seizing the opportunity, Jenna quietly stole his access card and sneaked into the lab. In the lab, Jenna found the metal scarab, the core of the beetle scarab. The scientist was supposed to remove this core and insert it into a suit to transfer all its powers. Jenna took the scarab, placed it in a box, and left the lab stealthily. When she came downstairs, Jaime was there and asked her about it. She told him she was in a hurry and would meet him later. Just then, the security alarm blared. Jenna handed the box to Jaime and said, "Keep it with you. Don't open it, and protect it with your life." With that, she sent Jaime away and walked off with the guards. At home, Jaime told his family everything that had happened and showed them the box. His family was very confused and urged him to open it. Jaime hesitated, but eventually he did. Inside was the metal scarab, which he started examining closely. When he took it in his hand, the scarab began to glow and suddenly activated, attaching itself to Jaime's face. His family was horrified as Jaime's body began to change. The suit began to form around him, transforming him into the Blue Beetle, the name of this movie. The suit fully enveloped Jaime, and inside it, an assistant's voice, actually a technological AI, spoke to him. "Jaime, I have chosen you to become the Blue Beetle. Get ready to witness my powers." With that, she flew with Jaime into the sky and then swiftly returned him to the ground, where a bus was heading straight for them. The assistant activated the suit's full power, and the bus split into two upon impact. The AI assistant then explained how to use the suit's powers. Once Jaime understood everything, she returned him home. The suit vanished from his body, leaving Jaime completely naked and utterly exhausted. He collapsed from fatigue. After several hours, he regained consciousness and found himself fine. But when he checked his back, he saw the beetle scarab had latched onto him permanently. He was extremely nervous and said he needed to talk to Jenna, then left the house. After some time, he saw Jenna running out of the industry, being chased by some people. Jaime quickly picked her up in his car, and they drove off while the pursuers shot at them. Jaime sped away, eventually reaching his house. There, Both of them explained everything to the family. Jenna asked Jaime about the Scarab, and he showed her his back, saying, "Look, it's fixed here. It's stuck to me." Jenna was amazed. She told him that the Scarab was designed to look like a beetle and that it was the beetle Scarab once used by her father. But after her father disappeared, she believed he was gone forever. Her father had shut down the technology because he believed that the Scarab would choose its own host to become the Blue Beetle, a host worthy of its power. And this time, the Scarab had chosen Jaime. Jaime insisted he didn't want any of this and begged her for a way to get rid of it. Jenna said she had a solution, but to implement it, they needed to go to a place in her company. However, it was dangerous to go there. Jaime's uncle, who was a scientist, told her that he had built a device capable of hacking and taking control of the company's entire system. Using this device, they hacked all the camera systems of the building, replacing them with a cartoon video. Jenna used this distraction to sneak inside. She stole a special watch from the company and came back out to Jaime. Victoria's guard was standing outside, and someone started coming towards them to kill them. As soon as he extended his hand to attack, Jaime grabbed his hand, and suddenly, his suit was activated. He transformed into the Blue Beetle again. Using his newfound power, he hit the guard and threw him away. Seeing this, the guard also revealed his true form. In fact, Victoria had also given him a suit, which activated and covered his body. He attacked the Blue Beetle again, launching multiple attacks one after another. However, the Blue Beetle stopped them all with his powers. But there came a time when the guard began hitting the Blue Beetle fiercely. He grabbed him and was about to kill him. At that moment, Jaime's uncle came there in a car and hit the guard hard, causing him to fall far away. Seizing the opportunity, Jaime, Jenna, and his uncle quickly got into the car and drove off. Jenna told them that they needed to get out of the city immediately. Once they were out of the city, they reached another house that belonged to Jenna's father. There, on the ground, was a huge beetle. Seeing that, Jenna used the watch on her hand to open a secret passage inside the beetle, and the three of them went down. Upon arriving there, they discovered that the first Blue Beetle was actually Jenna's father. He was the first to use the powers and technology of the beetle Scarab. Witnessing everything there, Jaime's uncle was very impressed and began to understand the beetle Scarab's technology. According to what he learned, once the Scarab bonds with someone, it cannot be separated from them. It fuses with every cell of that person's body. If it were forcibly removed, Jaime could die. Hearing this, Jaime became very angry and left, sitting alone on the roof. After a while, his uncle joined him and explained that the power he had received with Jenna's help was very special. These powers, which people crave for, had come to him so easily. Then Jenna also came to the roof. She saw a high-tech plane flying from the city towards Jaime's house. Suspicious, she told Jaime and his uncle about it. They saw that the plane was filled with many soldiers, who began surrounding Jaime's house. Realizing the impending problem, Jaime was worried for his family. He started screaming for help, hoping his suit would activate. But it didn't. Jaime then realized that the suit only activated when he was in real danger. So he jumped off the roof. As he fell, the suit activated mid-air and transformed him into the Blue Beetle. Fully armored, he flew forward. Victoria and her guard were on the high-tech plane above, and soldiers below were entering Jaime's house, taking everyone out. But then the Blue Beetle arrived, flying in and knocking out all the soldiers with his powerful fists. He told his family to run away. His assistant in the suit activated a massive machine gun to kill all the soldiers, but Jaime stopped her, saying they don't kill, just hurt. So he used his powerful machine to knock everyone unconscious. Meanwhile, Victoria's guard stood ready, targeting Blue Beetle to defeat him in a single strike. Blue Beetle was also prepared, but then he saw his dad being attacked. He quickly flew to help his dad, and in that moment, the guard took advantage. Using his advanced technology, he weakened Blue Beetle and captured him. Blue Beetle could do nothing as his dad was dying in front of him. Suddenly, an explosion from behind blew up the entire house. The guard took Jaime, who had separated from the Blue Beetle's suit, flying away in the plane with him. After they left, Jaime's family rushed over and discovered that Jaime's dad had died. The next day dawned, and everyone was in deep sorrow over the death of Jaime's dad and Jaime's abduction. Grandma gathered everyone and said they had to save Jaime, no matter what. Jenna pledged her full support for the mission. She took them to another place her dad had built, a base where he had constructed a beetle plane. They boarded the plane, and Jenna gave them all the high-tech weapons her dad had made. Jaime's grandmother armed herself with a machine gun. As they flew, they saw a fortress on Victoria's Island. Grandma came up with a plan. First, they would distract the enemies. If necessary, they would kill them, then go inside and save Jaime. Meanwhile, Victoria had hung Jaime upside down, intending to extract the beetle technology from him and implant it in her guard. Jaime pleaded for help from the scientist working there, but the scientist apologized, saying he couldn't help and that Jaime could be killed during the extraction. Victoria coldly replied that it didn't matter to her. Just then, the beetle plane launched its attack on the fortress. Jaime's uncle joined the battle, driving a car that smashed into enemies and allowed him to climb up, crushing guards beneath the wheels. He released gas that knocked everyone out, clearing the way. Inside, Jenna guided them towards the lab. In front of them stood a massive machine core, the same machine that was transferring the Blue Beetle technology into the guard. The process had begun, and Jaime was suffering immensely. Inside his mind, Jaime found himself in another world, where he saw his dad. Overcome with emotion, Jaime listened as his dad told him he still had work to do in the real world. His dad's task was over, and now he had to move forward. His dad showed him the Blue Beetle suit and urged him to use its powers to save the world, promising that he would always be with him in his heart. With that, his dad disappeared. Meanwhile, in the real world, Jenna and Jaime's sister planted bombs around the core. As everything started to collapse, Jaime managed to touch his Blue Beetle suit at the perfect moment. Even though all his powers and technology had been taken out of him and transferred to the guard, the core machine was destroyed by the blast Jenna set off, freeing Jaime from captivity. Jaime struggled to reactivate his powers, but his assistant said it would take time to charge. With the scientist's help, Jaime escaped. The guard, now fully equipped with his new suit and weapons, discovered this and killed the scientist. Jaime fled, but guards kept coming to kill him. At the right moment, Grandma appeared with her machine gun, mowing down the guards and saving Jaime. They started running again, and Grandma killed every enemy in their path. Meanwhile, Victoria captured Jenna and took her away. Jaime's sister, using a shield and punching technology, fought the guard fiercely. Jaime's Blue Beetle suit was finally recharged and activated. He fought all the guards, attacking and defeating them. But then the guard in his new suit came, launching Jaime into the air. The two clashed violently, initially matching each other blow for blow. But soon, the guard overwhelmed Blue Beetle, and their fight carried them back into the fortress. There, Jaime's uncle struck the guard's head, only for the guard to retaliate with a bomb that severely injured him. Seeing this, Blue Beetle was consumed by rage. He unleashed all his powers, his suit glowing with sharp lights, and attacked the guard fiercely. Meanwhile, Victoria boasted to Jenna that she had downloaded the Blue Beetle core onto her phone and could now create millions of suits, unstoppable by anyone. Enraged, Jenna spat out the Beetle technology gum she had hidden in her mouth, which spread everywhere and damaged Victoria's technology. Jenna then beat the guards around her furiously. Below, the Blue Beetle had badly beaten the guard and was about to kill him by slitting his throat. But his assistant reminded him that their principle was not to kill. Crying, Jaime said that the guard had killed his dad and injured his uncle. He wanted revenge. The assistant then showed him the guard's past, how he had lived with his mother, who was killed in a missile attack. Alone, he was forced to join the army. An accident with a bomb destroyed his body, and Victoria exploited his tragedy to use him in her experiments. She gave him a new body and controlled him completely. Realizing the guard was just another victim of Victoria's manipulation, Jaime released him. Jenna, meanwhile, destroyed Victoria's phone, ensuring she could no longer create dangerous suits. The guard went to Victoria, but instead of obeying her orders to kill Jenna and Blue Beetle, he remembered his mother and destroyed his own suit, killing Victoria with him. A massive explosion erupted, destroying the entire fortress. Jenna and Jaime quickly boarded the Beetle plane and escaped. From the air, Jaime saw that his uncle was still alive and safe, filling him with immense relief and happiness. A few days later, it was shown that after Victoria's death, Jenna was now running the company. On the news, she declared that she would put an end to the wrongdoing within the company and lead it down the right path. Later, Jenna visited Jaime's family home and announced that she had bought the entire place for them, offering it as a gift so they could live comfortably and happily. Overwhelmed, the whole family was overjoyed. When Jenna was leaving, Jaime went with her and confessed his feelings, telling her he loved her and asking if she would marry him. Overjoyed, Jenna said yes, and they hugged each other. In that moment, Jaime's Blue Beetle suit activated again. Together, they flew high into the sky, soaring above the world and enjoying every moment. And with that, this story reached its happy ending.